All right, Shalom, Kal Halal, and giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rekah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom and salute to the hopefully elect from the least to the greatest. So, this past weekend, right, we were at camp, right, serving the Lord on the highways and byways. And we had a Christian, right, a follower of the satanic Jesus Christ Church of, what's that, 118 something. I know one of their pastors is Anthony Mitchell, all right? And he came up and attacked us this weekend, and that's a disgrace, man. This is the, and we already know you Christians are demonic, but it further proves that you don't have a lifeline. You Christians don't have a lifeline without us. Wherever we go, people like Vocab alone, but now not even Vocab alone. You got demons like this demon that just came up to the camp, to our camp. Let me see, the elders did a video on this demon right here. Hold on. And I'm sort of like landbacking from the elder video. This is not going to be a long, drawn out, video, just getting straight to the point. This guy right here, he caused a scene. He filed, and elder Apostle Hall put out an order that if these Christians come to you, because that's all they want to do is start trouble. They know that we got the truth, right? So all they want to do is cause trouble and bring and disrupt our us waking up the elect, which they can't, which they ain't. They mad because they don't got the truth. And I've been saying this for a couple years now. I'm sure the elders and apostles have been saying it for years. These Christians, they learning from us. They pulling out scriptures that they never even thought of. Now all of a sudden, they slowly but surely, they picking up on our doctrine and trying to seem like they came up with certain things. And now they even adopted some of the doctrine. First, Christians said that all the law was done away with. Now all of a sudden they following some of the law. Now we had this nutcase, like this guy right here. He threatened to shoot us. Now is that what Christianity is all about? I thought you Christians was all about love. I thought you Christians were all about showing brotherly love and you don't hate. Well, y'all the biggest haters. This fool came up and threatened to shoot us and caused a scene and got up in our face, and he got real close to a younger brother, and Thawadah to all the brothers actually, but one of the younger brothers had to hem him up and hold him down till the police came. Because he was trying to fight us. But this is what you Christians is all about. Now, I like what the elder was saying. He was saying that if this was a Hebrew Israelite that came up to a Christian and started the scene and started the fight, y'all would have blamed all the Israelites, every last one of them. But somehow, this nutcase, I guess he's a lone wolf, huh? This Christian church, and let me go to it to be exact. Let me go to it. All right, I pulled it up. It's called Christian 2819 Church, and it's based out of Atlanta. And it's Philip Anthony Mitchell is a native of Queens, New York. He is the founder, lead pastor of 2819, a lively Christ-centered movement based in okay, so if they're about Christ, y'all supposed to be about which Christ is means anointed. you know, and his name wasn't Jesus. This fool, right? I'm talking if they come across this video, Philip Anthony Mitchell. Why you got, let me go back. Why do you got your goon right here going out attacking people? Going up. And it's a law that says that you're not supposed to disrupt and it's a law throughout the states, but it's one based in Maryland, and I'm gonna pull it up. So this is the guy right here. The head goon. So you got your so this is what you doing, you sending your agents out to our camps trying to start fights? Is that what it is? And now he adapted some type of streetwear, as you see on the pictures. This guy's nothing but a demon, man. This is a devil. And all these Christians preach is hate towards another black man, because guess who they worship? Guess who these niggas worship? There you go, right there. They worship this so-called white man. That's why that funny looking clown that came down to the camp to try to pick a fight with us and end up getting hemmed up and balled up on the ground. Thawadah to Yahawashi, I was shout Thawadah to your young brother who stood his ground. The young soldier of our camp. And we don't promote violence, but we ain't no choir boys either. You don't come down and you ain't gonna come down on us, and we ain't gonna able to defend ourselves. We're able to defend ourselves. All right, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But this is what these bug outs. This who they worship. Now why did this? If we was so-called white, you think that fucking clown, excuse my language, you think that nigga would have came down bothering us, trying to fight with us, playing the radio all loud, disrupting, because you're not supposed to disrupt any religious ceremony or meeting. All right, that's a law, and we all know if you go against the law, you get locked up. But when an incident happened, the cops, they were on our side anyway, because we come down there every week, week in, week out. We actually kind of cool with them. They walk past, they greet us, we greet them. It's all good. That's why they know that nigga that agent came down to start trouble, and they told him to get to walking. But this is who they worship right here. This man right here. That's why that guy had no problem with threatening to shoot and unalive and harm another black man, because they don't give a damn about their people. These Christians don't care about us Israelites, us so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. They don't care about us, man. All they care is about serving this damn devil. And this is the devil right here, man. This guy his name Caesar Borgia, all right? And he slept with his sister. He did all types of abominable things. All right, so let's go back. All right, I'm back. I got the information on that. I just wanted to pull it up for edification purposes. All right, so this is AI overview. It says in Maryland, and I'm pretty sure this is most of the 50 states, because Elder Apostle Zahar said if these Christians come up to you, call the police on them. And I agree with him. Hey, cause they ain't gonna do nothing but cause trouble. We already done with these Christians, man. They like a fucking they like pests. Wherever we go, they ain't got no oil. So they only, like I said again, their only lifeline is to follow us around and harass us, cause they know they ain't got no they know that they don't got nothing coming on their side. And it was beautiful, because at the same time all that happened, when that demon caused all that trouble and disrupt us, a sister and a brother got edified, you know? So it was a balance. The Lord, and before we started, the elder just said, we just was talking about how we're going to have people like this, agents coming up to the camp, and we may have to defend ourselves and you know, be spiritual about it, but be ready. You know, we just had a spiritual meeting right before we started camp. And we all, for the most part, we always have a meeting, you know, sort of like a, I got a brain, well, we always have a meeting, right, before we start camp, whether it be small or huge, or, and we went over those things right before we started. So that was spiritual too. So that was the Lord. That was the Lord, you know. I meant to say counsel. All right. We always have somewhat of a counsel. And that's spiritual because right before we start, you know, I peep it out. You know, I see certain things, you know. You see brother spirits and you know, because sometimes we see each other throughout the week. We got to work on that too, I myself. But we still, you know, peep each other out, see each other's spirits before we start, you know, and we go right into it, you know. But we just had that counsel right before we started. And that was a spiritual thing. So let me go over this. It says in Maryland, right, the law that prohibits disturbing a religious meeting, all right, is part of the state's criminal code concerning crimes against public health, conduct, and sensibilities. Under Maryland law, certain acts of disorderly conduct are specifically categorized as disturbing religious institutions. So that guy broke the law. We actually could have pressed charges on him or filed a restraining order against that demon, you know. And I'm sure if he does it again, we're gonna go for it with that. All right, but so I'm gonna read the specific statutes and penalties. It said the relevant law are found in the Maryland Criminal Law Code, Title 10, Subtitle 3, and Title 10, Subtitle 2, which cover disturbing the peace. It says Maryland Law Code 10-303, obstructing a religious ceremony. It says it is a crime to obstruct a religious ceremony. It says the penalty: a person convicted of this crime is subject to imprisonment for up to 3 years and a fine of up to $5,000. All right. So that guy, we could have pressed charges against him, and he would have did jail time behind it. And what makes it crazy and hilarious at the same time is when the cops was talking to this demon, he tried to switch it on us to say that we, assaulted him or whatever. And the cops, they wasn't buying it. So they asked him for ID. This fool pulled out a jail ID. He didn't even have a Maryland state ID. And they just laughed. The cop kind of smirked at him because they knew he was a joke. You know, this demon ain't even have a Maryland state ID, but he's supposed to be a Christian. He's supposed to be a God-loving, what's the website say? A God-loving, Christ-serving, with humanity, so on and so on. But this demon going around threatening other people with a gun, with a book bag and dirty jeans. So I'm gonna read on. It says, offense: a person may not willfully act in a disorderly manner that disrupt the public peace. Places of public worship are specifically defined as public places under this law. Penalty: violating this section is a misdemeanor punishable by imprisonment for up to 60 days or a fine of up to $500. So he could have faced that. Here's another one. It says additional protection for religious institutions. Maryland law also include other provisions to protect religious entities from disturbance in criminal acts. It says damaging religious property, 10-302. So let's say if this fool would have came up and damaged our camera or pushed the brother in, you know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. And the brother could fracture his arm or had to wear a sling or whatever. It says, okay, I'm speeding. It says, I'm on a property right there. It says punishable by up to 3 years in prison or 5,000 fine. So let's say this fool would have ripped our signs or broke our camera. Well, he could have faced 3 years and a 5,000 fine, and he would have had to pay for it. Now, harassing a religious person is punishable. This is code 10-304, punishable by up to 3 years in prison or $5,000 fine. $5,000 fine. All right. So I just wanted to go over, a little bit of the law, to show you that these elder Apostle Tahar was in the right of telling us what to do, and to follow the orders in that manner, because these Christians ain't no good, man. And if I ain't have no evidence, the other day I sure got evidence, because it's no point of even dealing with these Christians or even debating them. All right. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over and land back on what happened Saturday, the other day, and I hope this edifying, because that shows us that we done with these Christians. We tried to warn them, starting with the elders and apostles on down. We went to tooth through nail to try to break the scriptures down to them, and they still don't get it. And this been years and years. I've been going out on the highways and byways for about, let's say about 8 years, maybe going on 10 years. The elders and apostles, they've been out there for 40 plus years, and you still got certain people that buck up against us and these Christians. But we've been dealing with vocab for about a good 10, maybe 15 years. Starting with the elders and apostles on down. And they still don't get it. And all they doing is stealing from us and trying to see this low down and dirty. All they doing, I'm gonna tell you what these Christians are doing. All these Christians are doing is learning from us, taking our doctrine, spitting it right back to us, and trying to cut and trying to find little loopholes to dismantle or to discredit us. But here's the funny thing: you can't dismantle or discredit the Lord. See, we coming through the words and the power of Yahawashi. All right. So when you coming up against us, you coming up against the Lord. That's why you can't dismantle or disrupt this holy truth, So I hope this was edifying to the body. Before I close, I want to get a scripture, and of course, this is one of the most famous scriptures that brothers probably already know. But through the Spirit, I thought about it, and I said this is perfect for this video. And it reads, it says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you." So what's that saying? Man, don't give our information to these dogs, because that's what they are. They dogs. That demon that came down, he was a dog. And a lot of these Christians think they slick. I'm actually hearing these Christians try to discredit the scriptures, but then they use the same, they repeat the same scriptures we used to read. and then try to use them against us. Like, are you serious? So that's what that's what that is. You know, don't give your truth. Don't get no information. Don't debate with these. Don't debate with these duds, because all you gonna do is look stupid. All you gonna do is look crazy in the end. Because like the elder said, the elder of Baltimore, Karasabah, you can't reason with some of these people. Some of these people you just cannot reason with. All right. And that's why the 2/3 are going to have to be destroyed. You know why? Because you can't reason with them. You try your best you go all around the world to try to explain the truth to them, and they still don't get it. So, okay, just like Jeremiah, when he was, back then when he was trying to save the Israelites, it got to the point where he was like, man, the hell with these people, man. You know, because they ain't going to get it. Go ahead, Lord, destroy these, get them. And that knucklehead that came down, you know, he was one of them. He probably was Barabbas in a reincarnation, or one of his followers, you know. But that's all I got, brothers. I hope this was edifying to the body. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. Appreciate this truth and knowledge. So till again, Shalom.